My boyfriend, Mike, is the love of my life. There's just one problem. We get into physically violent fights. He's hit me, pushed me, left bruises. He's given me concussions. When I was 6 months pregnant, he shoved me and ended up twisting my arm behind my back that I literally felt like he was gonna break it. I did call the cops only because my friend's mother forced me to. We were going out to a friend's house. He slammed on his brakes and he slammed my face into his dashboard so hard that it actually broke the volume knob. I stay with Mike because I love him. I'm not just gonna leave him. I wanna make it work.
Okay, you realize that you're in danger though, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you realize that you have 2 children.
I do.
And that you're their mother. Mm-hmm. And you have an obligation to protect their mother, right?
Yes.
So what do you say to yourself about that?
Well, I know the obvious answer is to just get out. I know that it's just hard. I don't know. I love him and I want to be there to help him get past this.
Well, get past what? Because he tells a very different story here. He doesn't think there's anything he needs to get past. These are the allegations that you say of what's happened. March of 15, you say that he pushed you up the stairs into the garage door when you were 1 month pregnant.
Well, it was actually 2 different events. In the house, he had pushed me up the stairs to make it to where I didn't leave the house. But once we made it out of the house, he then pushed me into the garage door.
He twisted your arm behind your back when you were 6 months pregnant. And you said you can't remember ever experiencing so much pain.
I don't remember what he was going for, but I was trying to stop him from something, and he ended up grabbing my arm, twisting it behind my back, and just lifting up, and just, I don't know.
Do you think he was going to break your arm?
Absolutely, that was exactly what went through my head.
Well, he says he's actually afraid of you, that you're in the military, that you have training, and that he's just a desk jockey. He just has a desk job all day, and that he's actually afraid you're going to kick his ass.
I mean, I have fought him before.
But lately, this hasn't happened.
Thanksgiving was the last.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that. Okay, Mike, you've been backstage listening, right?
Yes.
These are the things that she says. Are these things true and accurate, or are they false?
They're true. I get...
You don't dispute your behavior, you just dispute the context.
Yeah, I don't dispute what I've done. I've done some things, the anger got the best of me.
How does that give you the right to hit her, punch her, twist her arm behind her back, impose your will upon her?
It doesn't give me any right. I don't know what comes over me.
What do you say to yourself?
I don't know what I say to myself. I don't know what turns from basically the 0 to the 10. I don't know what it is. The anger gets the best of me, and I know it shouldn't.
Are you beating her into submission? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I think when I did it one time, not saying this is right at all, but I noticed I got a reaction of there was no more talking back, there was no more yelling, there was no more doing things to me, to where then when I did that, then things got quiet and I could actually talk. Not saying that's, again, not saying it's right at all.
Oh, so you did beat her into submission? I mean, we're just calling a spade here. You did beat her into submission and she shut up. She stopped that back talk. These are Michael's allegations. He says that she attacked with football moves and tackles and punched, kicked in the face, had a chair that was swung at him from across the room. His mouth was cut up, bloody nose and scratches on his face, neck, and chest. So you say she has come at you, she has attacked you, and that oftentimes you have done what you have done purely in defense.
Yes, that incident, definitely.
I don't care what she does. If she starts punching you, then you turn around and walk away. If she starts If she starts following you, then you walk faster. If she starts chasing you, then you outrun her. If you have to, you get behind the door. But you don't ever, never, ever put your hands on a woman in anger, ever. And somehow or another, you think that's funny somehow? Tell me what's funny about that. You just don't put your hands on a woman in anger. And anybody that does is a chicken coward. No, you're not done. No, let me tell you.
I'm done.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you want to be done, if you want to walk out of here, then you can walk straight into the LAPD, my friend. Because, and let me tell you something. Because last night in our hotel, as our guest, you decided to trash a hotel room. And in that hotel room, you created vandalism of personal property. And let me tell you what that amounts to, okay? So you want to get all self-righteous with me, buddy boy. You smashed the thermostat, you smashed the glasses, you tore up the lamp, and every person who maliciously commits any of the following acts with respect to any real or personal property not his or her own, in cases other than those specified by state law, is guilty of vandalism. And that person faces up to a year in prison and a $10,000 fine. So you are here by my grace, my friend. So you can talk to me or you can talk to the LAPD backstage, your choice. Now let me ask you something. If you were at the mall and you saw some guy and he had her pinned up against the wall with her arm bent behind her back, punching her in the side of the head, what would you do?
Fight them.
You wouldn't allow it.
Correct.
Then why would you allow it from yourself? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't let anybody else on the face of the earth do it. Why would you do it? Why would you allow yourself to do it?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why I do it.
What would happen when your child gets old enough and says, Daddy, why do you beat Mommy up? How are you going to answer that question?
Because your dad's not right in the head.
You want to avoid that conversation?
Yes.
Do you get scared in relationships? Do you get afraid that people are going to leave you, that she's going to get somebody else?
Yes.
What is it you believe about yourself that makes you think people want to leave you? What makes you feel threatened that somebody wants to leave you?
I just know there's always somebody better out there. There's always going to be better options out there. So when, if there's cases where guys have always been on the phones and whatnot, then I believe that eventually feelings will be caught, because if you talk to somebody for an extensive amount of time, I believe that feelings will eventually grow. And then they'll see more negative than me, more positive than the other person, so then I'll easily just be switched out.
Mike does not value me. He does not love me.
I think the system is very biased towards women. Men are 99% of the time going to be convicted.
If I become an enemy to him, well, he's going to jail.
I know what's wrong with him. And my question early on was, what's wrong with your thinking? I said, is there a line, is there a point at which you'll say enough's enough? And that line needs to be right now. Yeah. And if you truly want to have peace in your life, then what you're going to do is say, you know what? The bald guy's right. It's time for me to get at peace with myself inside. And I want to get you some help with that. Not some check the box anger management, but get you some genuine professional help that will help you resolve what is eating away at you inside, that will help you resolve what you need to resolve in order to be a responsible father and a responsible co-parent, whether you two wind up getting married, living together, or just co-parenting this child. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your child, and you owe it to the mother of your child. If I make those arrangements for you, will you participate in that?
Yes.
And I mean, really take that opportunity. And at some point in that, not in the very distant future, then the two of you would participate in that together. But it begins with you. And the same thing with you. There's something not right in your thinking that makes some things okay with you that shouldn't be okay. But you need to resolve that you have been hit for the last time in your life.
That's crazy. I did not expect to hear about the hotel room being trashed. But that just lets you know it's not even specifically just abusing her. He is just an abusive person. He just destroys whatever is around him. And I hope he took the help, and I hope it's better. I hope she also realizes that she doesn't need to put up with it, and that there will be somebody that treats her better. I hope for the child's sake that this worked out, but if not, I hope she found a safe space and that the children are protected. So leave your comments. Let's talk about it.